There is real insanity occurring behind the curtain. Ripple is operating tough to win the courtroom case against the SEC, and statistics have surfaced that the entirety will be resolved within this week. This information is already substantial in itself, but it is best getting extra exciting. Inspired via this improvement, specialists in Wales have all started predicting an extraordinary upward thrust in XRP Ripple and are buying up loads of millions of coins. Prices are being adjusted, with a few announcing that the price may grow to $100, whilst others are speaking about a rate of $10,000. There are even some who predict an upward push to $1 million. Let's discern this out in order. That video will blow your mind. Disclaimer. So XRP proposed John Deaton has emerged as a vocal opponent of a Federal Reserve-issued digital greenback, maintaining it a hill I'm inclined to die on. His fiery competition stems from a challenge that this sort of foreign money may want to fundamentally adjust the panorama of monetary freedom inside the US, as Deaton vies for a US. Senate seat in Massachusetts, his stance on a critical bank virtual currency is resonating with a growing number of cryptocurrency supporters and libertarians alike. In an interview with Generation Infinity, Deaton expressed deep worries over the implications of a federally managed digital dollar, warning that it could lead to elevated government surveillance and intrusion into private price range. A Fed-issued CBDC can be the last device for control, he stated, emphasizing that it would update cash, giving the government unprecedented energy to music, restrict or maybe freeze humans as spending. His feedback tapped into a broader fear that such a digital currency will be used to undermine private autonomy in an increasingly digitized economic system. Deaton's opposition to CBDCs isn't always just rooted in philosophical concerns. It additionally ties into his long-standing combat for cryptocurrency adoption and regulatory readability. He mainly known as our Senator Elizabeth Warren, a staunch supporter of tighter crypto regulations, accusing her of pushing for measures that might limit the use of virtual assets like Bitcoin. Deaton argued that her proposed CBDC may want to function a Trojan horse to restrict crypto innovation within the US, potentially leading to what he defined as a de facto ban on self-custody, wherein people are unable to keep their very own cryptocurrencies securely without government interference. Deaton's adventure as a crypto endorser is satisfactorily illustrated by using his fierce protection of XRP holders in their battle with the Securities and Exchange Commission. And Deaton has constantly challenged the SEC's declaration that XRP, the local cryptocurrency of Ripple Labs, is a protection, a designation that has mired the mission in legal disputes for years. As he pointed out, the dearth of clear regulations has driven many innovators and businesses far away from us markets. We've misplaced endless opportunities to other countries due to the fact our government can't seem to get its act collectively, Deaton said in frustration. Reflecting the sentiment of many in the crypto enterprise, his experience in this criminal battle is on the heart of his advocacy for clearer regulations. Now, not just for XRP, however, for the broader crypto panorama, Deaton believes that proper regulation ought to pave the manner for greater innovation and financial growth, contrasting with what he calls the stifling overreach of regulatory bodies just like the SEC. He warns that if the USA does not act quickly, it's going to continue to lose its aspect of extra crypto-friendly jurisdictions. Adding to his platform of crypto reform, Deaton has additionally taken robust positions on broader problems of presidency responsibility. He is a vocal supporter of term limits for senators and representatives, arguing that career politicians regularly become too comfortable with the industries they're purported to modify. His complaint of the revolving door among government positions and personal region jobs highlights his notion that this practice results in conflicts of hobby and weakens the integrity of the regulatory gadget. To counter this, he proposes obligatory waiting duration of 3 to 5 years earlier than former authorities. Officials can input personal roles in industries they previously oversaw. Deaton's combo of crypto advocacy and political reform resonates with the disillusioned segment of the US populace. This is frustrated with the sluggish tempo of regulatory readability. His willingness to call out set-up political figures like Warren and the SEC similarly cements his picture as a maverick willing to combat entrenched pastimes in Washington. But past his political targets, Deaton's war for XRP and the wider crypto market famous the wider stakes of the combat. Whether America will include the future of decentralized finance or dangle to antique fashions of manipulating surveillance. The destiny of crypto within the US hangs in the stability. We need to get up now or we threat dropping the whole thing to government overreach. With a growing range of crypto enthusiasts rallying in the back of him, Deaton's vision of financial freedom is becoming more difficult to ignore, especially in an age where the traces among virtual freedom and government managed are becoming increasingly blurred. But what certainly sets this warfare apart is the unrelenting determination of the whole XRP network. The waves of pleasure are not possible to overlook. Specifically, as experts across the board are predicting no longer simply Ripple's win in courtroom, but a meteoric upward thrust in fee that could surpass even the wildest expectancies. When voices this influential talk, it's no longer simply speculation, it is emotion you cannot afford to ignore. So Crypto Barbie currently tweeted, XRP is about to explode, echoing sentiments of fundamental players in the crypto area like Da Vinci Jeremy, as soon as a staunch critic of XRP introduced gas to the fireplace, asserting the XRP chart does not lie. Are you geared up for a parabolic pump? This experience of anticipation is everywhere, with Amish trade, including that XRP is now on the quit of an essential pattern, hinting that it's now or never. So what is using these apparently wild predictions? According to Us.Thankx, the capability for XRP to skyrocket to $1,000 is not just hopeful speculation. It's a calculation primarily based on the token's utility. XRP may want to revolutionize worldwide finance with the aid of streamlining border transactions, a place in which inefficiencies like SWIFT still dominate. SWIFT moves $5 to $7 trillion daily, but does not settle finances. XRP via Ripple should do each, cutting down transaction instances and expenses drastically. Even a modest adoption of XRP for 10% of SWIFT's everyday extent could equate to $500 billion in transactions, growing a massive call for the token. Yet a few are pushing the limits of belief even in addition. In a viral video, ex-DC developer Quincy Jones speculated that XRP's cost ought to attain $100,000 or maybe $1 million, primarily based on its position in transacting fairness, debt, and other economic devices. He argues that as more property moved throughout the XRP ledger, the call for liquidity could surge to unimaginable tiers. The sheer volume of price that would be issued on the community is sort of incomprehensible, Jones remarked, offering a vision of an economic international wherein XRP serves as the bedrock for settling trillions in belongings. This principle received in addition traction whilst crypto personality Robert Doyle, referred to as Crypto Doyle, pointed to developing institutional adoption of the XRP ledger as a key indicator of the token's destiny cost. He believes that as greater bonds, shares and currencies are issued at the XRP ledger, XRP will need to rise in cost to address the increasing transaction extent. Not anybody within the XRP community stops at $100,000. Some agree with XRP could realistically hit $10,000. Apparent crypto founders Eduardo Farina and Verson Aljara describe as inevitable. They argue that relevant banks and even foremost international establishments, just like the International Monetary Fund, ought to set a high preliminary fee for XRP to assure its effectiveness as agreement tool for huge-scale transactions. Farina and Aljara speculate that $10,000 according to XRP is probably important for it to be widely adopted by way of financial institutions. Some XRP enthusiasts see divine intervention as a motive to believe in the token's destiny. Brandon Biggs, a self-proclaimed Christian prophet, claimed in a viral video that God discovered to him that XRP would one day reach $10,000, likening its upward push to that of Apple stock. His predictions have stirred conversations throughout the XRP network, with a few taking his words as a sign that something remarkable is at the horizon. Unbelievable proper. But it is just the top of the iceberg. Now that we've touched on the progressive tech in the back of Ripple's XRP, it is time to dive even deeper into how this powerhouse cryptocurrency is quietly remodeling